If Singularity wins, you dab.
The whole series?
Yep. Agreed. You don't have a choice. Well, we're into the match
I think
now.
that's fair.
We're into the match now. Team looking on the T side, Singularity on the CT, and already off the bat, they're going for some long A control. Elige actually going to be the one to lurk over towards the B side, but it's going to be Singularity with the first kill. Dazzle again, showing up here.
Tapper feeling fairly confident in this. He's trying to get a little bit more aggressive. The flashbang over the top is going to make things difficult, though. Two players hiding behind the car. I like this. Seb's a bit of bait. And what, he's actually going to be the one to go down first. Dazzle still just fighting. And Twist's eventually going to have to just fall back. He is the one with the bomb. He can't afford to lose this. Elige finally making his way into the action as he rounds towards short. Should be able to get Dazzle without too much of a problem. And that should give them the pathway onto this A site. Relic's just looking to clear out any of these remaining angles, but I think he's going to realize fairly soon that the bomb is going to be going down, and there's not really too much he can do about it. They're going to plant for short, set themselves up, and now it's down to Singularity to retake.
Oh, with the kit on Heroics, though, is a very real possibility they could pull this one off, especially with Twist being on 18 HP. Flashbangs being thrown, they catch up both players, but just can't quite hit their shots. But finally, that'll be Twist to go down. Elige going to respawn. He's on 2 kills and full HP, and he already gets the goosh on the Relics. 3 health left for him. He's going to need the headshot to win this. We're not trying to push up against Elige, trying to bait him into a shot. Come around the corner, he's looking for the kill, but Elige will come out better with the 3-0. And that will be Liquid finally getting a pistol round today.
Yeah, they have not been doing too good in the pistol rounds, and each time that gave a springboard for Singularity to start things off. And they did actually start the pistol round quite strong as well. It looked like it was going to be going their way, but Elige able to help turn the tide with 3 kills. But here we go, double scout, a couple of MP9s. Relic's just going to be saving up for that AWP in case things do go a little wrong in this round. Already spamming some shots away. Actually, Stewie doing a lot of damage. 2 players already tagged. Nitro has taken 1 back in return. Either way, T-side looking to try and make a little bit of their presence known. Relics doesn't really have anything to play with, so he can just be used as bait. He's going to be swinging wide, just spotting for any sort of aggression. Flashbang actually does leave Seb blind as well, however. So he can't really do too much. He's just waiting patiently. Not going to be pushing through that smoke. No real risk of them waiting this. However, the second one goes down, and that might be a little bit more irritating.
I actually like those smokes for Singularity because it really delays the push that Liquid wanted to have. But it seems that they're still going to bank on this, though. Now the AK is ready to go. The utility will... So they don't really have anything. And Twitch just walks around the corner, gets himself a quick double. Dazzle will respawn onto Elige, but 1 kill won't be enough. He's going to need more than this. He's just trying to escape now with his life. Not going to drop down, actually get the kill on towards him. Wrath, well, his position will now be known, but it's still only 3 players left alive for Liquid.
Yes, Stewie's the only one actually with any HP as well, so there is a chance for the SMG. However, it looks like they're just going to opt to try and save these into the next round, keep the scout, keep the SMG in for Liquid. I don't really see them hunting this. They're already low and going to want to keep their weaponry, although Twist is caught out trying to cross towards long, so one of the AKs has hit the floor. Nitro probably going to want to try and retrieve that one. Oh, I like it. He's going to try and push it in his direction. It didn't work at all. Slightly missed. Well, Liquid are going to have their second round. Has it been moved into a position he can actually get? We will never know, Jason.
Well, we will.
No, we'll never know.
But we will when we get back in the game.
It's been eluded. It's gone forever. I'm looking into the lights. It's quite painful for my eyes. I'll never know now because I'm blind. Oh, he didn't get it. We've been informed by Efren, our wonderful observer. But at the same time, we'll never truly know because he can't be trusted.
Wow. Jeez. You said what I said yesterday was mean. All right. Well, Efren, I still love you. Right now, Wrath might be loving life or hating it as they're going to come around in towards tunnels. He gets that first kill. And he gets the second as well, and he actually shuts the push down. It looked like that was potentially going to be split on towards B. But Liquid have responded in middle, dropping out onto 2 players. And, well, you know what? The A site's wide open. You can see Seb trying to rush in to maybe slow the roll out of Liquid. Well, I mean, Liquid doesn't really roll. More what does it do?
Flow.
Flows. Speaking of flows, Seb's gonna need to get on one, and unfortunately he's not gonna be able to. Nap gets the double, and Liquid get the 3rd round. This is more like the Liquid we were expecting, and the Liquid we saw yesterday win 16-3 up against Attack.
Even still, that's not bad for them. They dropped quite a few players. They've made some money in the meantime. There will be a purchase coming up, and of course, for me now personally, I would like to see Singularity come back in this one. You can, of course, at ESLCS with the hashtag Dust2.
He did actually agree when he walked off. If 100 people tweet that, he will dab live on air.
Make sure to at him in it as well, because I'm sure he'd love loads of hashtag Dust2. Here we go. CT side, they've gone for a double orb setup, but look how much utility they've already expended of what they had at least. 1 minute 20, and all they've got is a smoke, an HE, and a couple of flashbangs. But even still, the other side of the coin, considering this is a 3-0 start, only 2 players have any reserve money for Liquid, so Singularity have done a good job of keeping it costly. It's whether or not they can continue that on.
Let's see, trying to set up the push towards A. Leaving Nitro the one to lurk back in top of the middle. He's going to at least catch out on the 1. That's going to be an easy kill on a Dazzle. No, Relics, the pressure all on him. Wrath will be there to help assist. He gets 2, and Relics going to push through the Molotov and take 1 down as well. And just like that, he might have taken a lot of damage, but he helps halter the push out of Liquid. With 30 seconds left, he still has the time to rotate, but I don't think they actually heard him go towards B, so didn't really pull too many defenders there. But as we can see now, Seb rotating back into CT does allow a 1v1 for Stewie, but Relics is going to be watching the corner. He'll get the kill, his 2nd of the round, and that will be Singularity taking the 1st round here on Dust2.
Well, that's the economy of Liquid also in quite a bit of trouble here. As said, like they did a lot of damage in the rounds where they had those pistols. A Scout FNAF, a Deagle, and a P250 alongside a Galil. And only Twist actually having what we would consider a proper rifle into this round. Utility is minimal, just 2 smokes and a few flashbangs. On the CT side, well, other than the reserves, they're actually in a pretty good situation. The double orb setup was kept from the previous round. The remaining players actually have themselves rifles as well, and they're even going to go for a fairly aggressive push. They've got to be careful, though. Elige's waiting on the other side. A nice early pick. Nitro is going to be able to get 1. Wrath needs to make sure that orb doesn't get retrieved. They're actually going to look to pincer him in. They've cleared the site. In fact, even a kill coming into middle as well has left them in a bit of trouble. Relics and Seb, I don't think they can go for this. This would have to be a retake on the B site. They are going to be rotating, maybe just to try and hold a couple of players in from the spawn. It would be good to at least keep their economy low. That's the only real reason that I think a buy in the next round is possible. Well, the other being the fact that their money is so bad that buying into the next round is fairly unlikely anyway. Seb desperately trying to hold them in here. They are going to be pushing him. Don't want to lose this rifle. In fact, he may be able to keep it. Nitro still kills him off, but I think the potential for a force buy just went up quite significantly as they leave only Nitro remaining with his orb.
Yeah, good job. Nice Singularity, as you pointed out, able to take away some rifles and able to really keep the bank slow for Liquid. And having some sort of loss bonus for Singularity can help them out just a tad bit more. But again, very scrappy between the 2 teams, which is so weird considering we had such a massive streak for Liquid on Overpass. They really didn't know what to do as they swapped over to that T side. Singularity gonna take some time to figure out what they want to do in this round, considering if they win it, well, Liquid should be on a save.
Well, that's the thing they've got to consider, because one of the things that really sort of set them off in the last map was that they were able to get off to strong starts. Well, they are going to take the risk. Slightly better than I thought it would be. They do get a couple of rifles in there alongside the AWP. A FAMAS or two picked up as well, just to make sure that they can have at least a bit of utility. And Relics with the aggression onto short is going to get them that opening pick. Flash going over into the middle. There's a boost in play. They've got to be careful about that. Spray coming through, doing a lot of damage, but the Molotov is actually going to lock them in. The T side take just as much back in return. Oh, that's a bit of a problem though. Twist is able to catch out Dazzle as he just looks to retreat. Caught with his back to the enemy and gives away the frag instead. T-side in the meantime have gained quite a lot of map control. They're going to be pushing towards long, and the CTs have made the opposite countermeasure as they take short control. Maybe still expecting them to be rotating from tunnels. That's where a lot of the initial battle started, but that was quite a time ago. The flash will be heard. Relic's looking to try and get in place with his AWP. There's actually only one smoke, though. So the T-side will be fairly vulnerable in this cross. In fact, peeking into the AWP of Relics is going to give them one. And Dapper, with the timing, gets two. He leaves just Stewie2K, who has at least found the AWP kill onto Relics. Retrieves a rifle, but he's got so little time, and Dapper's just still playing with him around the smoke. Even wins that battle as well. What a big round from him. One of the young stars of this team, and well, we spoke about that being a big round for the economy of the game. Now we have to look back on how Liquid are going to purchase.
Or are they going to purchase? I mean, what? The best they will be able to get is pistols, and this is Singularity's chance to stabilize their economy a bit. Maybe some SMGs for the players who did fall in that round could be ideal. There we go. Armor and pistols bought up. Very important round for Singularity.
They do know, though, because did you hear what Dapper said? He said they've got no money, they're going to buy pistols this round.
It's fine, he was stream sniping, he heard me say that. So.
I think he said it before you. Yeah. He's that good.
He was stream sniping my brain. Seb, though, is going to be basically left alone, which can be tough if Naf can get around this corner. But no utility for Naf to even really walk his way through. Maybe they're trying to pull Seb back towards the A site to help out. You see the smoke's being placed, and Relic's going to be flashed up for now. He's going to have to retreat towards Pit. Stewie going to drop down towards C to look for the kill, and unfortunately, Alex is going to miss the shot, so Stewie's going to capitalize off that. Seb is actually transferred from the double doors. Dazzle's able to pick up two, looking for the third. He's going to get it onto Nitro. Seb going to be flinted from behind. Naf needs to hit the shot, and Stewie will be the one to secure it. But Dazzle again, that's his fourth coming through, looking for the fifth, looking for the ace, but Naf will shut it down. But Dapper will be there to get the round for Singularity, and that puts him at 3. That puts him 1 round away from tying things up.
Yeah, and this should be an eco round coming out from Liquid as well, so they knew there'd be a force buy. It was not clean. Like, they still lost 3 players, and you have to feel like if there was somewhat of a crossfire there or a little bit of support for Relics, that they could have kept a gun or 2 up, but I don't think that matters so much for them here. They stopped the force by doing the damage it could have. This is literally a pure eco, which I can't remember the last time I saw nothing bought in one of these rounds. Normally you get a flashbang or something, but this is just a straight up rush in the middle. A chance for Relics to pad his stats a little bit. Stewie, how has Stewie got 2 kills?
Because his name's Stewie2K. Oh my gosh, they were almost lined up too. Relic's gonna get 4 from that. Stewie up to 9 kills, but Singularity have tied things up at 4 apiece. Off the back of that first map victory, we might be in a world where they could pull off a 2-0 against Team Liquid.
And then Dust has to dab.
Yeah. But also remember, if you keep tweeting to hashtag ESL Pro League with ESLCS and with Dust, only need 100 tweets for
Hashtag
him to do it.
Dust2.
Hashtag Dust2. Make it happen.
If you make a nice picture of Dust as well, that's also fine. If it has Gratisfaction's moustache on it, hey, I'm not going to complain.
If you put Dap's beard on Dust, it'll also be acceptable. If you put Tom's hair on Dust, I'll also accept that too.
Well, that's a bit too much of an editing job, I think.
Well, we do have 4 players, at least had 4 players towards A. Wrath was the one kind of floating in flux. 2 players are locked down towards long, and if you're Rux, you're just focused on staying alive here. You need to not die, maybe get one on the entry. And Liquid, well, they only have 1 more smoke, so it's going to be very difficult to actually head towards A if they go that route, so they're actually going to immediately back away towards B. Dapper going to be the only one to defend from the near vicinity of the site. It looks like it might just be a 3-2 split, with Twist having the only smoke left.
This could be a problem for the CT side. They've taken the gamble that it is going to be onto this A site, and unfortunately they've gambled incorrectly. Dapper and Wrath going to have a lot to do, and they do some damage. There's a chance for Dapper. He almost cleans up 3. However, it's not really going to help them here. As the bomb is going to comfortably make its way into this B site, and I wonder if there's already be a save.
Oh.
Seb finding that kill could be the difference maker. They get to keep the man advantage. Dazzle actually has a decent amount of utility to get them back into this round. Molotov could make all the difference. Stewie trying to hold an aggressive angle, catches Seb with the AWP and alters his position straight away. Nitro holding down the fort. Picks off 1 more and leaves it onto Relics. 1 versus 2, not a lot of time left on the clock, and Nitro executes him. 5-4, Liquid back onto the board, and once again, we talk about monetary issues. It's been for either side. They've both been struggling to really build up a bank, but I said the sort of costs of that pistol round might not be a problem, but you have to remember then Stewie goes and gets 2 kills with the Glock, and that's enough to leave them here.
One of the most unfortunate parts of that round, too, is that Seb got that kill. Because if he didn't get that kill, they probably would have just saved the weapons.
Yeah.
But because he gets it, they think they have a chance to retake it, which, to be fair, you would think that. But then Stewie hits those shots and just locks things down and forces them on a really bad buy. Nigel, look how confident he is trying to peek around towards the ace site. No counter utility to deal with him. No real weapons either. Dapper's going to take a chunk of damage from that Molotov. I think Liquid, knowing the kind of state Singularity's bank currently is in. All right, well, Relic's going to take down Stewie. Man advantage for Singularity, though the weapon's still not in their favor. And I think that man advantage might be disappearing here. Snap gets this kill. Dazzle takes 0 points of damage somehow, now down to 6, and Snap will eventually close that one out. The 2 players on site, well, they're going to be pressured from catwalk, pressured from long. Yeah, nowhere to hide, so instead they're going to push straight in towards short, where Legion's waiting.
Oh, that was so clean. A quick switch, and they'll leave the remaining 2 players isolated on the other side of the map. This has to be the save called in. Wrath with the M4, so something important to keep into the next round. And finally, this 4 spy back and forth is going to be broken. And it's Liquid that comes out on top. This should be what bolsters their T side. We saw their T side of Overpass as well. Oh, sorry, their CT.
Well, yeah, as I say, we really didn't see their T side because they died.
Of Overpass. And they got off to a streak, and that was pretty much the end. It was mainly the T side that was struggling. I feel like they're be much more adept on the CT side of this map, and that'll be a problem because this is where I can start to see Liquid build into this.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them run away with the game yesterday. Remember, that was a 16-3 finish up against ATK. Obviously feeling a lot more confident on Dust2, and I wonder if them taking that loss against Singularity is an idea for them to, you know, realize, okay, we need to work on that map. It's not only have we had, you know, one substandard result on it. They've had 2 because they lost to Optic and Malmo. Ex-Optic. Long A going to completely be taken for Liquid with no contest coming through. Instead, Singularity going to stack towards Catwalk. Just the unfortunate part is there's only going to be 1 player and he's down towards lower. I can respect the stack. Relic's looking to hit the shot. Won't get the tag on a Stewie. Looking for the follow-up as well. So dangerous. They can't really afford to lose him. Player short going to actually look to push up. Nap waiting, and Nap gets 2. As Wrath will close it out with the M4. Elige not going to flank from middle and pushed eventually from Wrath, who's just really coming into his own. 2 kills now in this round, up to 11. He's going to drop down into his death, basically, as Nitro finishes that off. And now Liquid up 7-4.
Yeah, and still not enough money for a purchase either for the CT side. So this is likely to be another round where they'll just have a few pistols and something extra to at least try and do some damage. So in reality, this is just giving a big boost to economy for Liquid and not really doing too much damage either. As said, there's going to be a pistol or 2, and in the meantime, at least for the start, there'll be an aggressive play into tunnels. Short has been a major point of contention for the CT side, but I wonder if it's now expected. Molotov bounced over, clears Relics from his close position. Crashing out again, and Dazzle will get 1, but I think that may be all. Wrath still seems to be someone who could do some damage in this round. I'm not going to hold out on him at this point. Currently 11-6, and maybe he can get a 1 league to at least reduce the amount of money Liquid are going to make.
Well, the snowball we saw yesterday is starting to continue for Liquid, like we did see on the CT side of Overpass, as you mentioned. The streak they're getting on. It's going to be hard for Singularity to break, and I almost feel like maybe Singularity should have a quick second to cause a timeout, talk something over. I do like their investment, though, into like the stack towards short and the 2 players towards middle to try to push in the round before with the stack. They're at least trying something with these rounds that are going to be tough for them with only the pistols. It's just a shame that it's not working out. Now they're going to be able to buy, so can they put a halt to Team Liquid? We need to find out here, or they're potentially looking at a very one-sided first half scoreline.
Stewie has managed to duck and weave his way through long corp. It's actually going to be
middle, yeah.
That was in mid. I thought that was a fantastic shot, but instead it was a different play altogether. I've been bamboozled. Won't happen again, probably. T-side still looking to challenge onto long. They've got their smokes ready and waiting. Relics is going to be here. However, he's the only one not isolated at the moment. Lots of damage being done onto Twist. Nah, he's actually the player to get the first kill in this engagement. Nitro has caught another, but is he going to expect the AWP? He may, but Relics peeks out and gives them that opportunity. Still, though, the double AWP not ideal in this sort of scenario, but Relics makes it work. Leaves it all onto Stewie. Has the chance to separate the jewels, but he misses the shot. That was the opportunity, and now they're going to look to try and surround him. It seems he hasn't realized they're both below him at this point. Hits the shot in the end and looks for a little bit more, but can't quite connect. He's dancing around and connects with the CZ. The final bullet.
I went 3 off shots right there. It's a free kill for you.
He said it better than me.
Man, you guys are so bad, man. So bad.
I mean, they took a map off you, Stewie, so I don't know what you're saying. I like how the rest of the team just says nothing, though. They're like, we don't know this guy. We don't want to get involved.
Just giggling a little bit. You always gotta like the trash talk. And now that Liquid are winning, it's that little bit easier.
He's getting smacked that in the head with a grenade. And actually, look at this. Stack out of Singularity is starting to work out. They do get the 2 kills. They still have to worry about Nitro, who's waiting with the SG, and he's actually taken very low in health. And they're just going to back away, so this should be Singularity rescuing some weapons.
Well, Relics makes the cross. Dazzle able to pick up the other rifle. The T's looking to now try and reset this round, take it somewhere else. And to be fair, from our perspective, I think it's fairly obvious where they should go. Dazzle, oh sorry, Wrath just sat alone on the B site, a CZ in hand. He has been one of the star performers for Singularity throughout the series, throughout the performance over the last couple of days, in fact, but a lot to do once again. Relics, surely they make a call, right? I feel like he should have had the information. Maybe was just hoping that someone came through the tunnels first, but I don't know. I feel like Relics definitely knew that they'd crossed, but he never moved.
I don't know, Tom. I don't know what to say. Looks like they're just going to save their weapons, though, so they should be Liquid getting on to 10. I think Dapper, yeah, with the Deagle, he might as well go for the push and try to get a kill. Though, again, the economy's well enough out of Liquid that one death won't matter. I don't think really too many deaths will matter at the moment. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Not a shot hit there, and well, Liquid will get the round.
Well, 10-4. We did see a similar situation in the last half with Singularity eventually winning the last round and making it a 10-5. Auto snipers brought in. The mid spam trying to deny them any sort of cross, and Relics will eventually make it. I wonder, oh, I thought Nitro might just go running into the B site instead. Just opts to hold for any aggression. Stewie actually does. He does just that. They go peeking into long, and he's able to get the kill. And a second, in fact. Now starting to look far more confident than what we saw on the previous map, but he maybe goes a bit far. Both he and Naf go down, giving Singularity a way back into this round. Flashbang going to be going in onto the side. It seems like they've already been spotted, but Wrath just gets melted. And Relics makes his way past the Molotov. He gets a flash behind him, but Elige is not blind. And now Dazzle has to do as his name suggests and try and win a 1 versus 3 on the B site. Already, I'm pretty sure Twists is homed in, watching for any sort of peek to come out of this man. In fact, there's 2 players watching. There shouldn't be any way that he gets past this position. Nitro with an insta-kill to give them the 11-4 half. It's one better than what we saw in their previous map. However, we've seen some pretty confident play in this one. Some trash talk even thrown in from Liquid. Well, mainly Stewie.
Yeah.
And moving forward into the second half of this map, I find it difficult to see a way this time that there's going to be any level of comeback. Slightly more quiet as well in the Singularity camp, which is always a worry when they seem to be a team that does really thrive off their confidence. But we'll see if they can do it once again. They managed a 10-5 comeback to win 16-12. Maybe they can do it once more. We'll be back after the break.
Insistent to be small. call it a virus, but we call it the antidote. It's an answer to silence. The future is here to revolt. Yeah!
Well, Liquid again have been able to bounce back. 11-4 was the first half.
The first half.
First half.
Is
Wow.
that German?
Sure, let's go. On Dust2, Stewie leading at 15-9. Two players over 180 AR. Nitro at 97 for Liquid. Relics, though, at 104 for himself, even though they're losing 11-4. That kind of shows that he's really been standing out so far in this map. At Singularity, even though they are down in the half, they still have advantage in the series. 1-0 at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment. We'll see if that's going to continue at all. Stewie's already had a better map than the last, and we've only witnessed the first half. He's definitely starting to really step up, and I think the difference is evident in the scoreline. Here we go. A pistol needed. If both go the way of Liquid, I fear this map will lead to a third, and well, already a decent amount of damage done. The aggression this time will be onto short as Elige tries to find a way back. It's actually Naf to pick up the kill, but the bomb is going to be planted. There's not really much they can do about that. It just comes down to the retake. Seb, fairly poor first half. Doesn't look like he's getting much better. Stewie once again stepping up. As he gets a double, looks for a little bit more, but he'll lose the battle. And now Elige, well, and Dapper both just caught without bullets. And it will be Dapper to convert that second pistol in the end. A fifth at least. And we did see them bring it back last time, but this is going to be, if anything, a tougher task.
So where's the trash talk back? I want to hear Singularity screaming like...
They're still down by 6 rounds.
True.
Maybe at 11-11 we'll hear something.
I mean, it did happen on Overpass. And then eventually Singularity taking the map. I find it harder for Liquid to lose out on this one, but I'm not going to count Singularity out considering what they've been able to already do in the series. On the T side, this is where things are going to become tough for them against Liquid. Especially when we have the buy-ups coming through. So that's Liquid losing 3 out of 4 pistol rounds now in the series, which isn't a great sign. Or maybe it just shows that Singularity seems to be really good on pistols. Stewie gonna get the 1 kill. Elige, well, the scout's chiming in for all the kills. That one's over towards long, and Twist is gonna push short. So Liquid, even though they lost the pistol round, I think they might take the second here, Tom.
That's definitely looking good, and that comeback very short-lived already. Elige puts a bullet in Relic's skull and leaves Seb 1 versus 5. He had 5 kills in the first half. He needs 5 kills right now to save them in this round, and he's getting pushed from all angles. Eventually, Twist will close him out and leaves it now 12-5.
Let's go, you guys got this.
Say some words of encouragement out of Stewie.
You guys are trash. I'm gonna fight until I die.
Did you hear him? So let's go. These guys are trash. Right after saying, you guys got this. Let's go. I don't know what to make of Stewie now. He's nice. He's mean. It's like a Sour Patch Kid, you know? He's sour and then he's sweet. Well, this time he's sweet and sour, so. And Elige, well, he's chomping down on some more kills. Dow's and Wrath gonna fall. I would imagine he's not gonna expect Dapper to be here. And there you go. Dapper will get the kill, but they still have so much more to find in this round. Now he's left to himself, and the bomb currently down in towards lower tunnels. Trying to make something happen. Eventually would have been flanked on from tunnels anyways, but there you go. Liquid 13 now. See, this is the next level fist bump game. Still doesn't have to look at them. They just know where the fists are going to be. No hand-holding happening this time.
They've had a lot more practice, to be fair.
Yeah.
At a high level as well.
Yeah. I mean, when you're on a stage in front of 15,000 people, hitting those fist bumps are difficult as hell, let me tell you.
Yeah. Oh, you could even end up high-fiving something you didn't want to. Like, you know, all of Meister did. But, you know, let's move away from that. That's a clip that, if some of you don't understand what I'm talking about, you should just Google Olaf high five, and you'll find some very interesting things in there. But anyway, this round is next to nothing invested. Molotov can be moved into the corner, and Rat will be forced out into the light. As Liquid hit their 14th round, they're not going to make the same mistakes as the previous. Just 2 rounds needed, and we head to a third.
Does Twist ever talk smack? Or does he ever really smile?
Well, Twist does talk smack sometimes, because there is a very famous clip of him saying, "Sit the flip down." He did, I think he sprayed down 3 players while sat actually in the corner by the sandbags on B, and he never should have been able to do it, so.
Okay, well he does. He's been really quiet this tournament so far though.
Yeah, I think that was also like on the big stage and quite pumped up, so.
Adrenaline.
And a massive play, which to be honest in this one they haven't needed too many of them. And when Stewie actually won his, we did see a bit of trash talk there. I always like the self-depreciative trash talk as well. Like, I missed 3 shots, and you still died. Like that.
And he still couldn't kill me.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Didn't miss this time though. Still on a scout. This is in a sense still a bonus round, but Naf actually picking up the AWP. We haven't seen one onto Nitro at all in this. Clearly not really feeling it at the moment. Ralix though. That's a nice couple of kills. Gets them presence further forward, and he's going to try and capitalize on it. His old TSM and Misfits buddy waiting just a little bit further back. Dear Lord, Stewie! Oh, what? No, that's not allowed. That is disgusting. Oh, God. Stewie 2K, everybody.
How are you not going to say anything after that, Stewie? Come on.
I genuinely don't know what to say. That's one of the most ridiculous things I've seen in a long time. The first shot was gross, the second shot, and let's not even talk about what he does at the end. Stewie is looking like a different player to the man we saw on the first map, and well, that's just a scary prospect. Clearly pumped up and raring to go. Now we get the last-ditch effort coming out of Singularity. It's been much more what we expected from Team Liquid on Dust2, a map that has been somewhat of a home map almost. They've been very good on it recently.
I'm still reeling from those last shots. Oh my God. Oh, let's get much easier than that for Naf. 3 players over towards short. Bomb gonna rotate in as well. No one's currently watching short, so they will have the ability to push out in towards site. The only off is going to be in CT, so they don't have to worry about too much long range. But you can see how cautious they're being about pushing in as well. I'm not going to talk about it.
At least this will go into an after-plant situation. Not a whole lot of utility for Liquid to get back into this, but they do have themselves the man advantage. Already, Twist looking to make his way forward. Relics sat on the other side. It's going to win the opening duel, but the trade is back. Even still, they're making it work. Rad just doing so much damage. Stewie eventually looking to try and come in from behind. Catches out Seb. Nitro still with a fair bit to do, and a great shot from Dazzle. He'll keep them in the match for now as the 6th round is picked up by Singularity. Even still, there is a mountain to climb.
Yeah, not one mistake could be made out of them if they want to continue some sort of roll to tie things up at 15. Yeah, great couple of individual plays coming through out of them, and I think that's kind of what we've seen at Singularity. They have the individual plays. They have the players that can hit the shots when they need to. And I think, honestly, like, if they can maintain their spot in the Pro League, I'm really looking forward to him in the next season. I'm still looking forward to him, to be fair, into the second group stage if they get there. Like, this is a team that has a lot of potential, and I think is definitely deserving to be here.
Well, I think the most impressive thing is they got picked up by the organization very recently, like literally for this event. They came into this with very little notice, and they've taken a map off Liquid. Like, what more needs to be said? Already, this round is looking like it's going in their favor as well. They've just overwhelmed 3 players on long. The majority of the defense was there, and Stewie's going to be caught rotating. Nitro left in a 1v5, and oh, there's no heroics this time. Dapper trying to return the favor with some BM. Well, they should have now actually done enough damage to Liquid's economy that we should be seeing an eco here.
Yep. Just a smoke invested for Nitro for the cross. Looks like Twist will be going short while the rest of the team to head towards B. Honestly, I still don't want to count them out in this round. We've seen they can do some still serious things with the USP. Twist gonna be overrun with the bombs here, and well, there you go. Relic's hitting that nice shot onto Stewie. Does open up the side, and all right, so they will have an easy time here, not losing a single player, and put themselves up to 8.
1 at a time, boys. 1 at a time. Let's go.
1 at a time. That's exactly what they're gonna need. They have a long road ahead, a giant mountain.
And that's just their coach.
No, Blamemap's not here.
You go tell their coach that. He is built.
Hey, I think if I did, Blamef would get my back.
I don't.
But Blamef might use me and swing me as a sword. I know this might be pointy enough to cut some skin. Look at that, just overwhelming again. Oh, Dapper, that was a great double spray down into the heads of Liquid. And a third as well. Actually, no, Relics are going to steal that, but doesn't matter. The damage was done, and Stewie left alone against 4, now 3. Low HP, no kit, and no life anymore. Singularity go up to 9.
1 at a time. Let's go.
A very long road ahead of them, but they are starting to grind things back, even just making things a little bit interesting. Some big plays coming out from different players as well. And even if this does just fall away from them now, at least they've made it competitive. At least they've made the scoreline reasonable, and well, maybe given some of the players a little bit more confidence going forward, as they did seem to go a little bit quiet. At the same time, saw a hefty scoreline for Liquid in their favor in the last map. Stewie completely blinded. A good flash from Dapper. Better one coming the other side. Luckily there was multiple players there, and Seb happy to clean up these eco frags, leaving only Nitro remaining and a 10th. Double digits made, but once again, this is where we will see a buy for Liquid.
Taking Liquid into double digits in 2 maps now. Like, that's something I think a lot of teams really can't say too often when it comes to playing against a team of this stature. I mean, it was 11-4 half. To be able to take 6 rounds on the T side and potentially more here. I think, look at this, Singularity versus ATK might be a little bit one-sided if they can continue this kind of pace into that crucial match. 3 players from Singularity looking to push in. Dapper, it's unfortunately a shot you can't really have be a miss, especially when Twist wasn't prepared for you. He's still drawing attention. He still has 2 players focused in on him. The rest of the team is looking for an avenue to hit, and it might be short, it might be Naf. They can flash him out and swarm him. They could swing into the A site. Now they know he's gonna be here. Dapper's gonna push up. I'm not sure what that first shot was, but hey, he still gets a kill either way against Naf. Is he looking for more as well? And smart call to play it safe, keep the man advantage, and look for that round 11.
Just 20 years old, but he has got some confidence on him, that's for sure. Confidence definitely isn't the word I was originally going to use, but changed my mind. Stewie left to defend this on his own this time. He's burning down. He's still manages to take one with him. Nitro not only gets a kill, but spams through the door. Smoke eventually going to go down. Lee, he doesn't care. He's going to go running through, but instead costs another frag back. Relic's going to be able to cross onto the site. Twist making his way through the window. They don't actually have any utility to deny him here, but Relics hits an important shot. Leaves Nitro all alone. 1 versus 3 with the bomb in the favor of the T side. Would have to be another big play, and he's not expecting Relics to be in the corner. They bring the distance down to just 4.
I have got this long spawn every round. I'll keep doing it.
You know what line keeps running through my head right now as we're watching these rounds being taken out of Singularity?
Is it just one more round?
No, it's Stewie screaming, you guys are so bad. They're getting so close to pulling this into an overtime against Team Liquid. And potentially from there, potentially, a 2-0.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Jason.
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, this, I mean, consider it was 11-4, it was a very dominating 11-4 for Liquid. I thought we'd be done already with this map and getting onto map 3. But Singularity are showing they can swap onto this T side and work well together.
What was it, 15-5?
Yeah.
Right,
It's around there. I can't tell you exactly, not bad I have numbers.
Yeah, they've started to get a streak of rounds back. Can we look at the streak, Mr. Observer Man? Yeah, it is. It's 6 rounds in a row now. We started to see the players they need as well. Relics even mentioned in, oh sorry, Dapper in the last round at the end said he'd got the spawn. Could be going for it again. Gets tagged for a lot, 57 damage. Twistles are pushing. They're going to try and tag team them here from 2 different angles. Leash still manages to get 2 kills. I think Dazzle for a second didn't even realize that all his teammates were dead. He's still going to be going pushing forward now. There's a bit of a risk here. He's going to be able to throw those extra nades in. Napper's caught Dapper. This is starting to get a little worrying now. This is not the way that you want to see this map slip away from Singularity. Flashbang over the top. They're going to go to try and stop them planting the bomb, but it's already gone down, and now Stewie. We've seen a ridiculous play from him already. An impossible play, it seemed. This would be another one, only a scout in his hand, and while Dazzle with 4 kills.
Hey man, y'all win, I'll give you each 20 bucks.
No.
What was that?
If you all win, I'll give you each 20 bucks.
Who was that?
I think that was the coach. That's my favorite thing ever.
No way, that was, no way. What? There's no way. That had to have been production messing with us. Was it on stream?
I don't know. I really hope so.
Hey, if y'all win, I'll give you 20 bucks.
Well, oh, Nav tagged. Just 1 HP. The nade will close him out at that.
Hell, I'll double it. I'll give him 20 bucks too. To be honest, if they beat Liquid, they might be able to ask for higher salaries.
Yeah, I don't think they'll need it. The victory alone. Well, that could be one hell of a interesting prospect. Here we go, though. They've still got 3 rounds. It's 3 rounds versus Team Liquid. The #1 in the ESL rankings at the moment. No round's an easy round versus this North American powerhouse. Nitro going to be the only defender of B. Even if they trade 2 for 1, it will set them up nicely. It's only if there's anything more. He gets that first one. The rotations aren't coming, and it's not going to be that second either. They do eventually trade. Peek out from Wrath. May have actually given them a way back into this, though. Desperately trying to hold off those rotations and could have caused a problem instead. The question is, are Liquid going to challenge this? They got an incendiary on Stewie. Clearly still feeling confident. There's not any nades to actually hold back the push, so they are going to have a way back into the side. The Molotov forcing Relics out, but he still manages to hit the shot. He kind of needs to. He's one of the only players with health. And actually, it's going to be another. The fade back comes in from Liquid as they're forced into a save. Money for the next round is going to be tight, but maybe with those 2 weapons they could opt makes Twist. He's going to be able to kill off Dapper at least. This is still going.
8 rounds in a row too, Tom. 8 rounds straight for the Singularity guys. And with 20 bucks on the line for each of them, they're looking to tie it up in overtime.
Oh, God. Imagine if that was what finally motivated them. Next, he's going to be like, I'll throw in a burger.
Guess what, cheeseburger. Why you want?
You don't have to walk back to the hotel tonight.
Yeah, I won't make you walk. Here we go. Liquid on a little
Look
bit
at
of
the
a buy.
They bought an auto sniper into this round. The T's just wanted to spam at the beginning. They had so much money that it didn't even matter. Stewie being given the boost to try and get something done with the AWP. Flashbang even still coming into middle. I think they're expecting someone to be here. Molotov will go down and forces them back onto the site. Or at least back onto short.
Oh, I think.
Yeah, I think they just missed one into long as well. Obviously high pressure situations for Singularity. Dazzle. I don't know if he can see anything here. Such a small pixel for him to hit. 50 seconds left. You've still got a Liege as well with a rifle. Either of these players, even with only a pistol, could step up at any moment and just end this for Singularity. Would have been such a fantastic comeback from them. Monaf is going to be the first to fall. Dapper also gets a kill onto Nitro. I think they're somewhat split as to what direction they should be going. Elige now needs to try and do this on his own. He is going to get the first without a single point of damage taken. Rotation also in, but Seb with a great entry, make that 2. Both weapons hit the deck within seconds, and Twist may just even want to save that AWP. It'll be a nice little bonus for him. He's just shot a little bit further forward, though. Dazzle will make things 15-14, but there's still one final hurdle to go before they get to overtime.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to win the map right here. They have to take then Liquid overtime and do it all over again. With momentum they have, though, they might be able to, since they'll start off on the T side. This was, what was it, 15-5 at one point.
I don't know what's going on, Jason.
I do. I mean, Singularity are winning rounds. How? I don't know necessarily. I think Liquid are asking themselves that question as well, and Stewie might be regretting screaming at them, you guys are so bad, because this is a team that's been able to take a map against them and potentially throw them into overtime on Dust2 on Liquid's choice. And Seb hitting the shots when they needed it. That nice double to open up the site. They were running out of time. Oh my gosh, look at all those guns down. 3 auto snipers, 4 auto snipers for Singularity as they're looking to hit Liquid on the cross, and they've gotten the tags. No kills, unfortunately, but damage being done. And Dapper with a long spawn yet again gets flashed up. Won't be connecting this time. That was just dirty. 4 auto snipers.
Well, they're going to try and get every single advantage they can. Twist! He almost goes down, just 9 HP. He's tried to take an avenue away from Liquid in this round and instead almost loses his life. It's been a bit of a quiet performance from him. Surely that ADR can't be correct, by the way.
I didn't see the number.
He's got 13 kills and 23 ADR.
It's been 29 rounds.
It's been a lot of rounds, I suppose, but that would be
I mean,
mad.
Dapper having 21 with 43 ADR.
Oh, Twist so low on HP. And HE would do the trick. Dazzle waiting in case there's a peek back from him. He's still trying to find out information for his team. Elige starting to move forward in support. The Molotov, the double Molotov, they're really trying to force him out. They burn him out, and Elige goes down as well. It turns into a 5 versus 3 with 35 seconds left on the clock. They're going to look to take this long control. They do need to get their move on now, however, as the time will start to play into Liquid's hands, although the advantage, at least in personnel, is firmly in their favor. Stewie looking to try and peek forward. Molotov down, sectioned out. He's going to try and go through the smoke. It's so important he gets something done here, but it isn't to be. Wrath is going to find Nitro as well. And now Naf is left in a 1 versus 4 to try and keep Liquid in the lead from a 15-5, maybe even further. I don't even know at this point. All the way back, and Relics is going to take them to overtime. Singularity on an absolute grind back versus our #1 team from last season. Our ESL Pro League champions from last season. And now, give him a fist bump, man.
He deserves it.
Give him a fist bump. Now they are in with an opportunity to take it 2-0. Of course, this is where the best of the best can still shine through. We know that it's a tough task to take these things over the line. Money hasn't been an issue for Liquid for a while. Nice shot from Stewie to start things off as well. The first time in a while we've seen a man advantage in their favor. It would be heartbreaking to see Liquid just close this out now. At least considering that fight back for Singularity. But at the same time, I still believe they can do it.
Well, they need to remember the bomb is currently not with them. They could be making the first mistake in a while. And Dapper's trying to go for the peek in towards window, but Liquid's not going to be challenged out of this. They do have the smoke to help with the cross, and Nitro's there ready for the shot. Even Wrath can be flanking in through tunnels to provide another prong of attack, but it looks like the rest of the team is going to back away to head towards short, potentially. Or are they going to push 4 players through tunnel? Yeah, at the time, they still have a massive chunk of utility to use. You can see Nitro still has a smoke towards the B site, so the time's even delayed, and even Twist is looking to push out towards long. He's looking to gather a lot of information. I'm not sure if Relic's going to be ready for this, as he's just trying to make the push towards mid himself. But here we go, Nitro waiting on the side, gets the first spread on to Wrath, takes down Dapper, and it's making it look all too easy. Where's this Liquid been in the last 10 rounds?
How is that just the most Counter-Strike thing ever? Liquid needed 1 round of the last 10. They can't do it. It gets to overtime and they take the first without losing a single man. Like, a solo B with 4A. That is what the call is made from Stewie. We'll see if they listen. It is. It's going to be that early start with a very aggressive play towards long. It's been one of the places that's been really contended for by either side. We've seen Dapper in a lot of rounds look to try and take it with an AWP. Has one now.
He doesn't quite have the spawns that he was using before. I remember him saying, I keep getting the long spawn. And he kept going for the peaks, kept going for the shots, and they did put a lot of pressure on that part. That nade. That just did a massive chunk of damage to Singularity. Looks like they're going to push up Catwalk here. It's just going to be Naf to receive, but he does have the op. He also has 2 players towards long, which I believe Seb's going to have a tough time of really penetrating. And I wonder if they're going to bank on this.
Still counter utility available for Liquid to try and hold back this push. Nate gonna go in and does catastrophic damage before this take can happen. Singularity now looking to try and make their move forward. It's gonna be Elige to start things off. He gets 2 as they drop down, and Nap chimes in as well. It's left on to Dapper and Seb just looking for a late luck through. It's 2 rounds in a row for Liquid. It takes overtime for them to finally wake up.
Well, we might get a pause here. I don't know if they're allowed for that reason. I mean, you have bottles. Just saying. But Singularity, after taking 10 straight on the T side, have not been able to take a round in overtime. Double up setup still being maintained for Liquid. And Singularity still keeping one on Dapper. Wrath actually gonna rush straight out towards long. He's gonna be able to get towards the dumpster. And we'll be able to get 1 kill. That's going to be traded, and now it's going to get a second. And Singularity just being halted in their tracks. Maybe it all came down to Liquid just getting the economy to buy up in the way they wanted to. Somehow Dapper actually got extremely far on the B side. Eventually he's gonna fall. He's waiting for maybe his teammates to push in from middle. The smoke, well, it's not gonna be there now at least. And Relics is alone against 4. And I find it hard to imagine Liquid's gonna lose out on this.
Wow. Stewie clearly wanting to get his bathroom break as they are going to be able to win all 3 rounds on that CT side.
Just imagine an episode of South Park. I don't know if you've seen that one. Mom, bathroom! Maybe that's a lot of gaming chairs we could have. Nope, that would be disgusting.
Ugh.
Please don't do that. So Liquid need one more round to take it onto the 3rd map of Inferno. We're going to see if they're going to be able to do it right here. Again, it was 10 rounds straight for Singularity on the T side. But where's that Singularity gone?
Yeah, they struggled on the CT side as well, so something they haven't played in a while. Dazzle is going to start things off, in fact, though, with 2 kills to his name and further Molotov damage as the remaining players look to escape. Nitro just holding, but he's got to be careful here. He does have the bomb. He is going to be able to fall back. Bear in mind, this was a 10-5 half when it came to, or 11-5 half, 11-4 even. Jesus, it's tough at this point.
God, I'm not the only one.
Favor of this Liquid side. Stewie going to be pushing on to the only defender of this site, Wrath. Left here quite often. He's going to be sat right into the corner. I don't know if Nitro is actually going to be able to spot him, but the second he rounds his corner, that will be the freebie kill that gives them the sight. And now, well, we've seen some pretty damn clutch plays when it came to that first half from Liquid. They've just got to hold on here. Stewie in such a powerful position is already going to get the first, the second as well. He leaves it into the 1 versus 1. Seb facing off against Nitro. Just to try and keep them in this map. They fought so hard to get back into it, but it looks like they might be denied as Nitro closes it. All 4 rounds go the way of Liquid in overtime. They definitely didn't have an easy ride in this map as they almost threw it away.